All right. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy Sports, man. And we definitely bringing you another one. But it's going to be a little bit different. So, some of y'all don't know this, but your boss had to build the whole show, had to rebuild it from scratch. Wait, I know some of y'all like, man, I don't care. Fly the plane, boy. I get it. But see, I also gotta test these phones, so we can start freestyling again. So I'm gonna need y'all help on this one. Y'all come on in when we talk about the star players of the game, and we go take calls. It's the most important thing we got going right now. We go take calls. But then we go get a chance to obviously even hear your voice, man. We want to hear your voice. We want to get y'all thoughts. We want to hear from you because your voice matters. I'm also going to be addressing a comment that happened from the post game because I think it's a good discussion, you know? I think it's some good pushback, and I'm going to address it very respectfully. So, once again, it's not Monday, but we dealing with the boss star of Tennessee Titans. And it's a Freestyle Friday. Come on now, let's go.
Another one.
Let's go, man. We got to get another one up in here. So yeah, we got the boss star of Tennessee Titans. We gonna talk about it. Y'all chill out. I'm gonna be right back, man. Let me build this plane. Let's go. Two-step with your boy boss. Let's go. Man. Y'all get up in here. Get y'all butts up in here. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna say morning show with boss. No, sir. Oh, but hey, man, welcome. No morning shows, man. Let's go. I love y'all, man. Y'all funny. That boy say morning show. Yeah, man. Some of these shows you gotta get out the way, man. You gotta do them when you can do them. It's just what it is. You know, I'm a man with life. I got things going on, so I gotta, you know, go out there and do what I can when I can, man. So thank y'all for rocking with your boy, man. For real, it means a lot. For real. Be right back. Come on. Get up in here with your boy boss. Let's go. Ooh. Let's go, man. Let's hit these buttons. Let's get it, man. Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. And we gonna talk today. We gonna keep it so real, man. A stranger kept it real with me. So like I was saying, first of all, welcome, man. A lot of y'all wasn't expecting me to show up around this time. I usually never do shows, midday shows or morning shows. I got businesses, I got different things that I'm always got going on. I always got hustles here and there. So the best time for me to do shows is in the evening. But today I just gotta rock when I gotta rock because I got business this evening. So first of all, Terrence, I see you in the building. Marcus, Nisi, Daisy, Queen, Common Sense Lab, Life's Crazy. He said I read your comments, Life said he got it in too much last night. He had too much to drink. But Life got it in. That's all right, Life. Get it in, big bro. Get it in, Life. And then Common Sense Lab say, morning show with boss. Man, you crazy, bro. At least not yet, bro. It's, you know, it don't fit my schedule to do it like that. I just can't. But man, maybe one day. And then my boy Amp in the building, he say real quick with the new avatar, my boy Amp say, you the star player, real talk, man. You too, big bro. Alright, so first of all, like I was saying earlier, man, y'all get to test these phones with me. I'm finna make an outbound call and just kind of see if my phones are working. Because I already tested it, but some people don't understand. Like, y'all already saw when I got these new buttons, some of y'all thought I was crazy.
Another one. Huh.
Oh, Mr. Nasty Time.
But see, I'm gonna give y'all some tips, just keeping it real. When you first start doing this, you gotta test your buttons live. That's just what it is. So some people, boss, ease off the buttons, boss.
Bruh.
Ease off the buttons, boss. Listen, when I first introduced this stuff, I gotta go crazy. You gotta test your show capabilities. It's just what it is. And some of y'all get a little bit too butthurt when we really gotta do the technical side to give y'all a good show. So I just got to keep it real with you. Sometimes I do go overboard with buttons because I got to test it. Same thing I'm getting ready to do with these phones. So y'all just be patient with your boy. I'm getting ready to make first an outbound call, and then I'm going to let y'all make some inbound calls, and we go get into the content. Because I got some good stuff that we go talk about today. And I want to hear from y'all. It's been a while since I rebuilt the show. And it looked like the sound is coming through. Y'all let me know if y'all heard. They both say that hit the wee woo button. Hold on, I got that wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
Ooh, I think that might be my favorite one now. That wee woo. Ooh, don't get caught bullshitting. You gonna get that wee woo.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear Nick, man. We testing the phone systems. What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, if you look at these interceptions, they talking about for Dak Prescott. I'm like, man, all these other quarterbacks y'all have that say they elite and all that kind of stuff from the past and the present have multiple interceptions in the season.
Hold on. Wait. Boy, you just took off. So what you talking about? Back up. Okay, so you're talking about Dak's interceptions. I got you, cause you live
right
now. So I'm trying to catch everybody up to what you're talking about. So what's your thoughts on Dak's interception? Let's talk about it.
I mean, like, yeah, they need to be cleaned up, but like a lot of times there's a lot of issues with receivers. A lot of times issues with him making bad throws too, and a lot of times more than likely, more of the time people drop a pass. And Noah Brown literally had 4 targets that was resulting in interceptions.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Dak, stop throwing him.
You say Dak stop throwing to him?
Exactly.
Wait.
I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing about that. But nah,
I was feeling you kind of though. I really was. I was feeling you kind of.
Nah, this time I think T.Y. Hilton needs to be the guy to go to because he's not going to drop nothing, look like. And I'm glad we got him picked up because it opens up the game for C.D. Lamb.
Hold on, we got us a super chat. My homie say, boss, I need late show. You got me watching every day. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna be able to deliver that late show today, but I might. You never know. But keep going, bro, because I know you. The main thing, because we talked offline, and you called me, and this is my brother. We played football together at Dallas Carter. We both was Cowboys, like in real life. We was, our high school team was the Cowboys too. So, but real quick, like you was talking about your frustration when you called me with the narratives that's going out there on these Dak's interceptions. So, I just
man, because the narrative is like people like I don't understand the narratives, man. Ryan Clark said it good this morning too, man. Like a lot of interceptions wasn't on Dak. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I mean? I totally understand it. But I mean, there's only a heightened because Dak is a quarterback for the Cowboys. But like, dude. Other QBs have interceptions same amount as Dak. You know what I mean? Granted, he missed 5 games. That's cool, but do y'all know Peyton Manning had 28 interceptions in one season? That's crazy.
He had what?
28.
Damn. What was that like his?
That's his rookie year, but still 28.
But still, yeah, not a word.
Drew Brees average. You know what I'm saying? Drew Brees average at 15 interceptions a season, bro, until his last 3 seasons. John Elway averaged that, his whole career. Like, all these dudes in Hall of Fame, they average more interceptions a season than Dak has ever had.
Man.
But the narrative is Dak throws a lot of interceptions.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? And I hate the narrative. I mean, granted, it's the Cowboys, but still, man, like, even too, Super Bowl winning QBs. Troy Aikman, when he won his second Super Bowl, he had 15 interceptions that season.
Keep going, bro.
And then on top of that, their completion percentage ain't even close to that completion percentage.
Wait. Say, it's a point to what you said. My boy Marcus said, he said, I woke up thinking Dak should stop throwing to Brown. Ooh.
Bruh, for real. I mean, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Because Brown not making it happen for Dak. He making Dak look bad. He making Dak look real bad.
My lady model for Christ say, half of Dak's interceptions are from receivers playing volleyball. Oh, wow.
No, they're not that. But on top of that, like, CD running bad routes. Like, dude, run the route you're supposed to run to, ball would have been there. You would have had the catch.
Ooh.
Or at least incompletion. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they got to do that, bro. I mean, and I play receiver, so, I know.
Yeah. Yes. So, my boy Landlord and you play receiver, man. And I always tune in when my brothers from the frat, when I call you guys the frat, the receiver frat. When you guys start talking about the standard, please pay attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, certain players you gotta run those routes. And if you get hit across the middle, now I don't understand why they're not upset about the middle, because at the end of the day, dude, y'all are protected now. Back in the day, you just gonna get smashed.
Right.
So I would understand it's a business decision for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as of right now though, like, you gotta go across the middle. Now you might get hit, but not like you used to get hit back in the day when Atwater was hitting you and Brian Dawkins was hitting you.
Oh boy, you talking that good talk. Can you please continue?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. The narrative though, it's like every time Dak does something, it's always the narrative, bro. And I'm like, I'm tired of the narratives, bro. Like, this is stupid, man. ESPN, what agenda do y'all have against Dak Prescott?
Oh, man, come on, man. Keep talking, bro. I'm just enjoying this.
Man,
sometimes
first is winning teams. He can't beat winning teams, but nobody really beats winning teams. But now he goes 7-1 versus them. You know what I mean? And nobody says nothing about that.
Bruh.
But yeah, I stop discrediting him, man. I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't understand why he gets so much hate from everybody in the league, bro. I just don't understand it. And then nobody hates on the receivers that don't run the right routes, except for ex-receivers. Chad Johnson saying the same thing. That's on CD. Michael Irvin saying the same thing. That ain't on Dak. Other receivers saying the same thing. That ain't on Dak. But you got certain guys that just want to pick on Dak all the time.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
And it just don't make any sense to me, bro. Like, I'm really sick of it at this point.
Oh, Mr. Nasty
That's
time.
really all I got to say, bro. The interceptions and stuff like that, man, this is stupid, man. Like, guys, Matt Stafford had 19 interceptions last year and won a Super Bowl, man. Please stop these narratives, please, man.
Preach.
Another one.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, say, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't understand it, bro. Like, these narratives are ridiculous at this point right now. I'm about to get on Twitter and start blasting people in a minute.
Blast.
Another one.
Blast. All right, Dick, bro. Let me address your call, bro. Let me address this. This is good stuff, bro. You kicked it off perfect. Oh, this is a perfect kickoff, bro. And you make sure you call in more, dog. You know too much about football.
I be working.
No, I ain't trying to hear that. Take it. I'm your boy, bro. You gotta know. I'm gonna see a text message what I just got. This offer letter I just got. I'm gonna show you why. Okay, man. Handle your business. Make that money, big dog. That's my partner. That's my real life partner too. Not just talking. That's the real life homie. I grew up with him. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I was, most of my success I owe that guy who was just on the phone. Real talk. Like my junior and senior year, he was my workout partner every day. And he was one of the quickest and fastest dudes on our team. So I used to work on my eyes by going against him without a ball. And he tightened my coverage up, man. My coverage was so ice water going against my boy Nick. So anyway, and you can see you know a lot about football. But let's talk about this Dak stuff real quick, and then I'm gonna get into the content. So obviously it is a lot of narratives going out there about Dak and the interceptions. And let me just be honest, man, some of these buttons that I have is perfect because
You are fake news. It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
yeah, because see what's going on is it's not even just about Dak. What's going on is and honestly this is why I completely stopped watching all the major networks on sports. I just totally stopped watching because you get people like my partner Nick who know football, and like y'all know football, and you'll get extremely frustrated with the hypocrisy and the fake news.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
Yeah, see, cause you go get hit with that wee woo. It's gonna hit you. They gonna hit you every time. They go switch the narratives every time. Yeah, and perfect Eternal Dynasty said, don't fall for the media BS about statement games. The media's trying to make you turn on your own team. Thank you. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. They trying to hit you with the wee woo. He said, enjoy your team in season. 12 wins back to back isn't easy. Man, clap it up for that comment. Clap it up. Clap it up. Sadly, it's a little bit more diabolical than that. Just to be honest, it's a little bit more diabolical than that. It's the root of all evil. That's what's going on. It's about money. See, it's like anything. When you are as good as we are and historically have been, you do get a lot of haters. And just like I had to kick out some people, we literally had to kick people off the channel yesterday because they was that determined to come in here and try to ruin what we got going on as Dallas Cowboy fans and content creators. Like, think about all the people that's just so determined to ruin our day. Eastside Harold, for example, he is notorious for subscribing to every channel, and he has the same behavior on every channel, just hating on us. That's all he does. So, and think about it. How many times have y'all seen Eastside Harold literally super chat to hate on Dallas? So think about and multiply Eastside Harold by millions. By millions. So you get people that when something happens negative to us, they line up and they want to get a front row seat to see it. They get a front row seat. Like, I want to see this. It's almost like the people that didn't like Mayweather, right? It was a whole lot of people that paid consistently for Mayweather pay-per-views because they just wanted to be there if he was to lose. Weirdos. But you got to think what's going on is with people like Dak, Zeke, Diggs. Just think how they did Diggs last year. Just think about it. Diggs had what, 11 interceptions? And what did PFL focus on? Which was made up. They literally made it up. Diggs gave up 1,000 yards. Now, he had one of the most epic seasons all time for a corner or any defensive back in turnovers. And what was the national narrative on Diggs? That he was average, he was garbage because he allowed 1,000 yards according to PFL. And then when you actually go look and you actually go really take a look at how they came up with it, they got in fine print that they don't know the coverages. So they assume fault without really even knowing the coverages. Assuming coverages. And they would a lot of time assign yardage to you based on proximity. So if you was close to the ball, they said, and somebody caught it on you, they said that was your fault. But without knowing if it was your fault. And thousands of Cowboy fans and thousands of people start talking about Diggs is average. He's okay. Those interceptions, you know, anybody can do that. But see, what's really going on is they plan and catering to the hater market. So once I really realized that, I stopped feeding them. I'm not going to give you my eyeballs. I'm not going to give you my eyeballs because I know the value of my eyes. Just think about it. Your eyes have value, and so does your emotions. Right? If they can get you angry like my boy Nick, what he actually did low-key is he gave them some advertising. Angry or not. They don't care how you spread the word. They just want you to talk. And they want us to go take a look at what they talking about. So as we're looking, because a lot of Cowboy fans, we looking like, man, they hating on Dak. They hating on Diggs. They hating on Pollard. And we watching though. And the whole time we watching and using our eyes, they say, okay, we got the haters watching because they want to see us call Dak ass. And we got Cowboy fans watching Coca-Cola. For all these eyeballs, it's going to cost you X because we're generating the eyeballs. It's capitalism. That's what's going on. We're generating the eyeballs. That's why, honestly, I just say, don't watch them. Watch us. It's now at this point, pretty much at this point, it's enough great Dallas Cowboy YouTubers to be entertained on Dallas Cowboy content from the morning all the way to nighttime. You can start your day with A to Z with my boy Sky. You go likely have my boy Landlord go come on after that, and Law. And then right after that, you go probably get with a little bit of a break, Vach and then Sky, and then around 3 or 4, and then you go start having more people come out around 5 or 6. You go start having DMV, you have Big Game James, and then I'm gonna start coming on around 7 to 8, and then after that, you go get my Cowboys family at 11 o'clock. You got all day to listen to Dallas Cowboys content without giving them any attention. Just keeping it real. And my boy say Law was always on. That's true. Law don't never turn off. He don't turn off. That just I always say it's 4 laws. I don't know how he do it, but yeah. So listen, y'all. I say, and I'm just being honest. Y'all don't never really see me coming on here mad and angry based on what they said because I don't even, bro, know what they said until y'all tell me. Let me clap it up for me. Yeah, and my boy West Coast Stargaze, at West Coast is around 12 o'clock Central. I forgot to mention the homie. No disrespect to nobody, because so many of us. But my point is this: you don't have to listen to them. You don't, and I don't. I really do not. I only find out what's going on from y'all. That's it. And so, like, even yesterday, it was something about T.O. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna talk about T.O. to the Cowboys. What? Man, why would I even talk about that? Man. Yeah. All right, so we got us a super chat. I'm gonna open back up them phones too, because I saw my boy Blackwell say he trying to get in here. Of course, I'm gonna try to get you in here, Black, because good, we got the phones working. Obviously, I'm excited about that. Common Sense Lab, man, Common Sense Lab and app, them boys always come up with the best ideas. Common Sense said, just thought of this, boss. Media equals me. See, here we go. In distraction, intense attraction. Stop watching. Myself included, bruh. Yeah, stop watching. Like, for real, don't watch. They are going to be hypocrites. It's like being in a toxic relationship and then going back to it thinking they go change. Like, bro, he not gonna change, mama. She not gonna change, homie. She toxic. He toxic. And that's what we do. We go, let's see if ESPN is gonna be fair to us today. Let's go see if Colin Cowherd is gonna tell the truth and be objective today. Hey, the Dallas Cowboys just had a great win. Let's see if they're gonna be fair to us today. You go walk out disappointed every time. Yeah. They go hit you with that #1 bullshit of wee woo wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? #1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
Yep. They gonna hit you with that wee woo every time. So listen, don't spend your energy on it, bro. Cause look, man, and look how they did us with Philly. Like Joy Taylor, oh my God, with Joy, with Philly, beat our backup. Oh, Joy, I commend Philly. They are, gritty. This was a good win. Now, Minshew is way better than Cooper Rush. And we were saying that before the game. Not after the game. We were saying it before the game. We were saying Minshew is dangerous. And he throws that ball just as good or better than Hurts. Most of the content people, we was telling y'all that this was getting ready to happen. And what Joy do? I'm not impressed with Dak throwing 350 yards on the top defense. He went against a backup. Who cares? I'm like, wow. The wee woo.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Yeah. Star, you said it best. This is it. This is it right here. Boss, they are all actors. Right. So I don't even watch, bro. I don't even watch. I don't, and it's a lot of them I respect. Shannon Sharp was one of my favorite players, but I swear to God, man, Shannon Sharp was a dog. I thoroughly enjoyed his career. From afar, I was so impressed. And then I look at you tap dance and I be like, damn, bro. See, that's also why, honestly, man, y'all better hear me out. That's why Boss is so happy to be independent. I ain't trying to work for nobody, bro. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not trying to work for nobody. I already saw how the game worked. I already saw, man, the checks over here is not bad. Even if people don't super chat. As these channels grow, we get nice checks, bro. I'm just keeping it real. Like, so why would I substitute a free voice to go over there, become corporate, and then I gotta placate to haters? And you don't think that's coming? You don't think you go try to work for some of these organizations? Y'all think it just ESPN. Oh no, it's our local networks too. They placate to the hate. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, if you go listen to our local radio stations, what's up with Dak and these interceptions? Dak needs to do better with it. Yeah, you hearing it from your own people. Because guess what? They also playing to the numbers. I ain't got to placate to nobody to the what's true. That's the benefit of independence. Yeah, I ain't got to placate to nobody. Let me hit a button for me. So if you come to a place and you want that alarm sound for real, and you don't want the fake and hypocrisy, you need to stick with us. Especially, just keeping it real, especially independent.
You want answers?
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
That's just what it is. All right. So no, I want to cover that for my homie Nick. I promise you, we talked right before I went on, and I was like, bro, let's talk about this on the show. All right, and my boy Nick, he did. So, oh, wait. See, this the type of stuff I'm talking about. Look. Oh, my God. Boss, did you see CBS Sports putting out that tweet saying that because of Dak's interceptions, he should be bitched? Oh, no. The wee-woo.
Oh, you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
That is the wee-woo. Listen, if anybody starts saying wee-woo, they got it from her, bro. Because I swear, that is the wee-woo. That's what I'm going to start calling it, man. Y'all already know. It's going to either be, when we call out this BS and this fake stuff, it's going to either be called fake news or we going to call it that wee-woo.
You are fake news. It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
And do y'all remember when they was coming out? And they was saying, do y'all remember they was coming out and they was saying, man, these boys is crazy. They was coming out, they was saying, should Cooper Rush replace Dak? And it was coming from our local people too. The local people. Not just the national, it was local wee woo boys. Yeah, locals. So, and this is the sad part. And listen, can I be all the way honest? This is the sad part. For people that watch this channel, and for people that know what's going on, it's sad because you got to sit up there and just shake your head. Because guess what? Good meaning Cowboy fans are getting played. Good, well-to-do Cowboy fans are getting played. And I just want to just keep it real with y'all. Because just imagine the fans that don't have access or don't even know about the independent YouTubers. Or don't know about even other people that's commercial, but they still function independent and they function with integrity. Imagine all you hearing as a fan is that Dak is throwing interceptions. And you don't have nobody letting you know that these balls are playing you for the wee woo. You will turn on your own players. And don't even know they planted a seed in your head. It's a whole lot of people that think Zeke is washed up and his numbers are almost exactly identical to Henry. But if you keep saying Zeke, but what did they do? And I'm going to tell you, this is the thing that they do. Let me read this super chat real quick. He said, let's stay facts. Too many media and fans compare Dak to others. He's literally in a league of his own. Fight come with that, period. Exactly, bro. Man, listen. So I'm going to say this. This is the game. This is how they play everybody on the wee woo. Yeah, it's propaganda. This is how the propaganda work, and this is how they hit you with the wee woo. So this is what happens. They will find anywhere to where you are imperfect, and they will inflate it. It's like dealing with a toxic person. So when Dak is winning, they gonna say, but look at his yards. He not throwing a whole bunch of yards. But if he winning and he got yards, but he being aggressive, which causes turnovers, plus he got an OC that a system generated and receivers dropping, they ain't gonna care about none of the context of what's causing interceptions. They go just say, look at all these interceptions. So with Zeke, they not gonna tell you that he's on the same career path as Henry. They ain't gonna tell you that. See, because to most people, even Cowboy fans, I'll take Henry in a heartbeat over Zeke. You know why? Because they do nothing but praise Henry. But with Zeke, they say, Zeke don't have that speed like he used to. And they only focus on one part of Zeke's game that might not be what it was when he first started. He don't have the home run no more. I guess it don't matter that he moves the pile every time he touch it. I guess it don't matter that he's almost automatic on 3rd and 1 conversions. I guess it don't matter that he's a touchdown machine when you run the ball on the 1-yard line in the red zone. I'll let them. It don't matter how many 1,000-yard seasons Zeke had. It don't matter how tough he was when he played on that PCL. None of that matter. It's just Zeke, he can't run fast anymore. And they just put all their attention on that. And so now you'll see good, well-meaning Cowboy fans like, we need to cut his ass. We need to get rid of him. We need to... And they getting played with the wee-woo, wee-woo. So they will highlight any flaw on one of our greats, and they gonna inflate it, and they ignore all the greatness for that one flaw. And like, I swear, Dak is the perfect example of it. Because when Dak was winning as a rookie, he don't throw for 300 yards. He don't have 300-yard games. This is Zeke's team. Y'all remember that? Then he started exploding on yards. Then they moved the goalposts and say, that's garbage yards. Anybody can do that. You know, Dak was on the pace for 6,600 yards before he hurt his ankle. But, you know, all of that was garbage, boss. I thought you knew football, boss. Anybody can do that, boss. Then, this year, he getting you the wins, and he giving you some good yardage, great production. He already equaled Hurts right now in throwing touchdowns. But he having a year of a lot of bad luck with interceptions. Some of the interceptions on him. Almost half the interceptions is on others. They won't say that in context. They go put all of that and put it right on Dak. They go ignore the wins. They go ignore the toughness. They go ignore the struggling receivers. The fact that you had a new number one who just hit his stride. Oh my God. See, here we go. See, look at this. Matthew Stafford had 19 interceptions last year, but he's a gunslinger. Yeah, so I'm gonna be all the way honest with you, bro. I would tell somebody, man, get out that toxic relationship, bro. Just keeping it real, bro. Stop coming to me complaining about that. You always talking about him, lady. You always come to me with problems about him. Why don't you leave him alone? You always coming at me about the media. Leave him alone. Just leave him alone. It's enough for us to leave them completely alone. I'm going to take another call. And then I'm going to get... Damn. I'm going to just now get into my content. But I'm going to take another call first. Because we now got to test the inbound call. So we got the inbound call. So we got to test our systems. Thank y'all for being patient with me. It's part of it. Just like I know that I had an outbound call at work. I called my partner Nick. Now we got to see if these inbound calls work. So we got the call lines open, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If y'all not gonna call in, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of get started on the. Okay, here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss, what's up, man? It's Common Sense Lab, aka Lamar.
Man, what's up, Common Sense? What's going on?
Well, you know I've been waiting on you to open these things up. Well, you know you can't talk about Dak and not have me on the phone.
Let's go.
Man, listen. First off, I want to shout out to Cowboys saying 11-12.
Yeah, he killed it.
Man, that gunslinger fact, bro. Is 100. 100. Like, and this is the thing. Like we are, like I said in my thing, bro. Dak is literally in his league of his own, bro. And fight come with that. You know, we from the hood. You know where we from. So when I say fight come with that, you know what that means.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
2016 to what? 2018, 2019. Who was Dak compared to? Carson Wentz, Jared Goff. Dak proved he was better than him. 2018 to 2022, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford. Dak proved he was better than him.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, right. And then this is the thing. All his numbers say he is up there with the Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, all that. But nobody brings those up. Because why? Because he's not an elite enough to put the team on his back to win. What? What are you talking about? It takes the team to win. So I'm not understanding. Okay, and then we was thinking Dak. You know, he was too conservative. He don't throw interceptions. He don't do this. You know what? You know what Dak has shown us more this year than he has ever shown us? Dak is too accurate. Ooh. Dak is so accurate that he can hit his receivers in a number and cause an interception.
Ooh.
Dak is too accurate. For so many years, Dak was not accurate enough. But this year shows so much that he can hit you right where you're supposed to catch it, and you don't catch it. Come on, man. Like, I don't understand it. And then, like, my whole thing, like, with the media and stuff, I only watch it just to hear the insane narrative after every fucking game. Like, real talk. Like you said earlier, this is my morning. When I go to work, this is why I say I like you in the morning shows, because that's my time when I'm really in tune and can watch and pay attention or listen or whatever, because normally I'm just listening to everybody at work. Yeah. It's A to Z Sports with Sky. You know, then it's in between that time. Normally, it's probably about like an hour or so, maybe two, before Law or Landlord come on. So that little time period right there is when I catch the insane narratives or whatever. And then after Law or Landlord, then you know we got a couple hours before Vach and Sky come back on. So you know I'll watch some more to see which ones I didn't miss. Blah 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 blah. Then you know so on and so forth. So you know. It's a little bit just to see what they talking about. And the thing about it is like I said, myself included, I do it for the insane narrative, but if I just stop, and if we just stop, they're not getting their promotions, and they're not getting their views, and they're not getting their likes that they need. You know what I mean? I don't never like one of them, but I just watch them, so they get the views. So I mean, it's all upon all of us, bro. But at the same time, like, we sit up here and talk about just get the W by any means necessary. It don't matter how good or bad we look. You know what I mean? I don't care what it was. And Law had a good point this morning. Like, dude, we just played like 4 or 5 days ago.
Facts.
You think these guys gonna come out and play the best of their abilities in 4 or 5 days ago when you playing a physical sport like football? Exactly. No. So, but like he said, you know, the Titans been rested. They got the rest, and they got to be able to do the moves and prepare properly. We didn't get the chance to do that. We just have to go out there and, you know, kind of get a little quick rundown of what we gonna do and go for it. Bro, it's not. We can't expect, and that's the thing. Like, we put so much you heard me say this 1,000 times, bro. We put so much expectations on the Cowboys game by game, bro. It's freaking retarded.
It is.
Like, we can't just sit. Like the biggest thing about it, man. Like, since Mike McCarthy got here, I think what is he now? 29 and 19, 29 and 20, or something like that. Since he's been our head coach,
killing it.
2 seasons, finally 2 seasons back to back of a playoffs. Finally 2 seasons back to back of 10+ wins. Finally a culture. You can see the culture. You can see the culture. It's only one missing piece of that culture, and that's Kellen Moore. But we ain't even know Kellen Moore today. We just sitting up there saying that there's literally, bro, like what I'm saying, I get so pissed off because you can literally watch the game and see the outcome and know that this team is not the same team of the past 27 years. And it starts with Mike McCarthy. He is fighting his ass off. And it also comes with Dak Prescott, because every time y'all put something on him, he comes out and proves y'all fucking wrong.
Man,
I don't understand. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with the media, with the Cowboy fans. I'm sorry, I apologize. Hold on, let me take a breath. My bad. My bad, bro. I apologize, fans. I apologize, Chad. I apologize, everybody.
Hold on. They say give you the flames, bro. Hold on, I gotta give you more.
Dracarys.
Oh, wait. Don't do it. Keep going.
Bro, but it's the problem, man. And this is my thing. Okay, so you probably remember, because you got a good memory. My first time ever calling you was after the playoff loss.
Oh, okay.
And that's what. And this is what's gonna make you remember. Remember, I was asking you, when do we need to start boycotting Jerry Jones?
Okay.
Okay. You remember that? In a sense, huh? A little bit.
Catch me up.
You're right. Okay. So,
Yoga
anyways,
fire.
you know, after the playoff loss, whatever, and I was talking about boycotting Jerry Jones and all that. And I'm not with the boycotting, but I understand where the issues lie, and it is still with Jerry Jones. You know, his media, he needs to separate business and ownership. Yeah. You know, he needs to separate. If he can separate or delegate those two positions, I ain't got no problems with Jerry Jones, none whatsoever. That's just bottom line facts. I ain't got nothing else to say about it.
Right.
But the thing about it is, you got to give him credit for. Okay, we can sit up here and listen to Jerry Jones in the media and stuff, and we can still see the same old Jerry Jones. But at the same time, for him to allow Mike McCarthy to do some of his things, he is slightly relinquishing some of those pressures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, he is slightly. It's not to the extent that we want, but we can see that. But the thing about it is that, man, it's us. Bottom line, it's always been us.
Right.
It's always been us. What we buy into, because like I said, with the expectations of our fans or what we want for our team, we want to be great right now, every week. If it ain't greatness, it don't matter. And as soon as we don't see greatness and somebody says the same thing that I saw, oh, well, I gotta believe Colin Cowherd because he saw the same thing I saw. He get to say it on national TV. Or I got to go with Skip and Shannon because they saw the same thing I saw. Yeah, Dak throwing interceptions. You can't have that, Dak. We can't win that way. I'm sorry, Dak, but well, he thrown 14 interceptions, but he's only what 8-2 since he came back, or 8-1. What is it? Or something, you know what I mean? Like we winning.
We
winning.
Yeah.
We winning. So you know it's Dak is doing it. Okay. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm finna shut it all down.
Okay.
But okay, so how many penalties that we have we got this year on offense?
Oh man, how you gonna ask me a question like that, bro? I ain't got my
thesaurus
in front of me.
It's context. You ain't got to give me the answer. It's context. It's just putting it in your head.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so a lot of times we end up in 1st and 20, 2nd and 20, second and 15, a lot from penalties.
Right.
But yet aren't we like tied for 2nd or 3rd in first downs or 3rd down completions?
Yeah, that's Dak. I'm with you.
You see what I'm saying? So you sitting up here worried about all the issues and the interceptions. How many of those are Dak getting you out of? Dak is getting you out of those terrible situations. Yes, some of them he put you in. Yes, some of them somebody else put. 9 times out of 10, somebody else put you in those situations too. Which would be the receivers not catching the ball, the offensive line getting penalties, the play caller calling bad plays, whatever. But Dak is getting you out of those plays.
Common sense, real quick. Pause real quick.
Go ahead.
My boy Jazzy says there's no sound. It's something going on with YouTube, bro. Make sure y'all put a comment in there. Tell Jazzy Jeff to come out and come back in because we not having a sound issue. That's YouTube. Just put a comment in there for Jazzy Jeff because he probably can't even hear me saying this. Just tell Jazzy Jeff to come out and come back in. I don't know why, but YouTube been doing that to a lot of content people to where the sound just cut off. But go ahead.
It's normally when we spitting facts.
Ooh, wait. But yeah, because
I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and land the plane too, big dog, because I do got to finish the content, and I'm way behind.
Okay, and this is all I'm gonna say. Cowboy fans are everywhere. No matter what happens in the playoffs, understand that we are different. We can't see the future. We don't know the future. We don't know if those guys gonna show up. We don't know who we playing. Whatever. Just go out there and support our team and our players and accept whatever outcome we get. If you put out positivity, you're going to get back positivity. Let's stop beating down our players all the time because we didn't get the expectations that we wanted for before the game. After that, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all have a good day.
Man, common sense, bro, man. Listen, that boy common sense be bringing it. Man, so good news, y'all. The outbound calls work. The inbound calls work. So we are all good. That's good to know. I didn't even have to pay my tech man to fix it. I figured it out myself. Whew, man. So we back. We got the freestyles going. We got the whole show rebuilt. We back. All right. So let me get into this content real quick, and then if I got some more time, I will obviously take some more calls, man. Sit back and talk football with the family. But I want to kind of tackle something real quick, because we still go talk about our star players of the game. We go say that to the end, where we go talk about the star players of the game. But I had a real good discussion with somebody that came into the post game chat, right? And he left a comment, and I want to kind of go over it because we got a lot of new subs, right? So we have right now about 400 new subs just this month. So that's, y'all been doing a great job of sharing. Obviously, I'm gonna also take this time to say continue to share. Y'all been doing a great job of sharing, and it's really growing the channel. So we got about 400 new subscribers in a month, which is good for us. That's real good for us. We also have fantastic engagement. It's gonna be very hard to find shows with around 5,000 subs that have this amount of people watching live. So we might not be the fastest growing because we do kick people out for acting weird and stupid. I don't take everybody. We don't want everybody. But we're growing. But when we growing at the rate in which we growing, also make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe as I'm talking. Even if you're on Facebook, hit that like and subscribe. But when you growing at the rate that we're growing, you get some people that miss previous content that a lot of the people that been day ones are caught up on, right? So we gotta all be careful to, when we have these in-depth discussions, that we don't attack people for having good questions or good concerns. I think we gotta do a good job, a better job of discerning people and their intentions with their concerns. Right, so check this out. So I want to kind of show y'all this comment, and then we go address it, okay? Because it's big, it's very important. It's one of the most important subjects that we've been covering, but I'm gonna really break this down on another level again. All right, but it's gonna be a little bit different. So my boy C2 Pope, this is his comment, right, from that show, the post game yesterday, and he's a very good guy. We already going back and forth on this. I promised him I was gonna do a video on this just to address it in a way that we can make sure we're on the same page. He said, y'all need to stop overly criticizing the number of passes thrown. We couldn't run the ball for SHIT last night. 41 passes was sensible play calling considering the circumstances. Hold on real quick. We got a super chat from the homie Blackwell. Let me pause this and take this real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Blackwell said, boss, some of these fans act like we got Ryan Leaf at QB. Again, the way they talk about Dak, yeah, it's crazy. And Black, that's why we got to educate some of these dudes. Some of these dudes are ignorant. Some of these dudes are trolls. If I sense that you a troll, I'm going to bust you right upside your face. But if I sense that you just ignorant, I'm gonna take the time to educate you on the facts. So it just depends on what I'm dealing with. When we came across that troll yesterday, and he was obviously just here to troll Dak, even while the defense was playing, he kept talking about Dak. I kicked him out. I'm like, bro, this is your last time here, bro. You gone. We don't do that over here. Go to somebody else's channel who thirsty for subs. We not thirsty like that, bro. We go talk football over here. Go to somebody else's channel where you can safely just talk and hate on Dak. This ain't that place, and we kicked him out. So, and he'll never be back again. If he try to change and come back different, we gonna kick him out even more. But he said 41 passes was sensible play calling considering the circumstances. You are not serving your subscribers well by saying otherwise. Calling it 41 puffs, because obviously we talk about Kellen Moore being addicted to passing. We use it as a metaphor like crack, like we were calling it puffs. He said, undermines the good job Kellen did managing the game with a fatigued offense. I understand that Kellen has his faults, but please try to be more balanced with your commentary about him. So I'm gonna address that, and I don't take no offense to it at all. At all. This is something to where I welcome these type of disagreements, because this gives us a chance to talk, right? So I want to remind y'all that, remember, Darren Rodgers y'all remember Dan Rodgers was also defending Kellen, right? And I said, hey, listen, I can't explain all this over Twitter, but I invite you to have this talk and we can debate this out publicly to where we can really, go line by line, precept upon precept, and we can really determine if I'm just talking or do we have real concerns, right? And so Dan Rodgers, shout out to him, to his credit, he didn't dodge, he showed up. And we talked, and y'all all saw that debate. The people that watched that debate, he walked out totally different than he walked in. That's why with some of these people, we got to welcome these discussions and not be so easily offended. And this is what he said also. He said, please note, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. You guys do a great job. You're mostly right about Kellen, but some matchups or game situations justify more reliance on your passing game. Last night proved to be one of those times. We lost second yards on 31 early in the game. Too many of our rushing attempts resulted in negative yardage because of our O-line was getting pushed around across the board. Hell, even Zach Martin was getting pushed around, and he making some good points. He really is. He making some good points. He said, in general, you're right. But last night, running the ball 40 times would have, I never said run the ball 40 times. But he said, but last night, running the ball 40 times would have been a losing strategy. It would have been coaching malpractice. That's why I said it was sensible coaching for Kellen to rely more on the pass. He made some questionable calls at times, but the 41 pass attempts was reasonable given the circumstances. And I respect that. All right. So now let me make my my retort. I got a retort to it. But this, as I retort to that, this is gonna catch up a whole lot of people on, some different things that's going on. And my boy Blackwell with another super chat. Black said, he said, so C2Po, you was still cool with passing heavy while we was winning and our players on both sides of the ball kept getting hurt. I'm gonna get into that. See, because that's what we got to talk about. The overall context of running the ball is not just about running success. I'm gonna say that again. The overall context of running the ball as an identity is not even just about running success. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not. It's way more benefits to running the ball than just running success. One of the major benefits is resting your defense. Another thing is keeping your offensive linemen off their heels, and we go talk about that. I'm gonna show you that your head coach also said that. Number 3, one of the major benefits of running the ball is it prevent a lot of those errant interceptions, especially when you aggressively pass happy like he was in the first half. A lot of that could have been presented with a running identity over a passing identity. So we gonna get into all of it. And don't just listen to Boss Cowboy, the YouTuber. Obviously, I'm gonna bring also creditable reference to this debate. All right. So let's first kick it off with examples that came from Brian Baldinger and Michael Robinson from the NFL Network, who don't have a history of trolling. So just listen. Here we go.
Are the 5 seed in a wild card spot in the NFC at the moment, guys. They head to Nashville this week to face the Titans. Now, they already clinched a playoff berth, but there's a lot to clean up before they play meaningful late January football. Baldy, do you have trust issues right now with this Cowboys offense?
I like this offense better when they emphasize the run. Yeah. I think that's what they do best.
Hold on real quick.
Right now, get back.
Let me rewind that because I accidentally turned it off. Hold on, let me make sure I got everything working right because I don't want to mess up the presentation. Okay, here we go. Y'all listen.
When they emphasize the run. Yeah. I think that's what they do best. I think
5 seed in a wild card spot in the NFC at the moment.
This was before the game.
They head to Nashville this week to face the Titans. Now, they already clinched a playoff berth, but there's a lot to clean up before they play meaningful late January football. Baldy, do you have trust issues right now with this Cowboys offense?
I like this offense better when they emphasize the run. Yeah. I think that's what they do best. I think Tyron Smith at right tackle looks good right now, getting back in the fold. The 1-2 punch of Pollard and Zeke has been great. And if you add Dak to it, like last week, this is 4th and 1 at their 34, down 7 points. Dak goes up underneath center, and they draw the Eagles exactly what they wanted into a quarterback sneak look to stop the sneak. Now they bring in Peyton Hendershot, the tight end right here.
Everything looks like quarterback.
Everything looks quarterback sneak, push from behind, everything. Yep. And then they quick pitch it, and you get the tight ends out there, McKeon, Hendershot, Ferguson, all those guys, and Zeke goes for an explosive run, and it really turned that game around. The Cowboys were down by 7 halfway through the fourth quarter, 4th one at their own 34, and they gambled and they won. And I kind of like that aspect, but when they run it, Mike, I trust this team a whole lot more.
Yeah. And see, that's the key point he said. See, going back to that comment, it's not that we can't win by passing. It's that what is the best identity for this team and what is also the best prep for the playoffs. Because I'm going to get into that later. Let me just keep going.
Yeah, it's that physical presence. It's that presence that'll travel with them. Yeah. I trust them if they're going to run the football and run this offense through Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just not so sure they're going to do that, right?
I'm not so sure they're going to do that.
And you look at Dak Prescott, his downfield passing, 9 of his interceptions are on explosive passes down on the football field. They're going to have to get that explosive part of their offense straight.
And see, basically, if y'all didn't peep, Michael Robinson was saying what I was saying before the game, that basically Kellen Moore is likely go fall for the fact that they was ranked so low in passing defense that they was go likely come out there throwing. Michael said this before the game. I said this before the game.
They get it straight against the Tennessee Titans. They aren't really good at defending against the deep pass. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when I look at this Cowboys team, to me, what's going to hold them back is their pass defense. Yes, you have Michael Parsons. He has 13 sacks. They have 49 sacks as a team. And it seems like against
They've got one the last 3 weeks.
And I said the same thing. I ain't never talked to Michael. I say the worst part going on right now with the Dallas Cowboys is their back end. Coach Marv saying it's the linebackers. We see it a little bit different. I might be wrong on that, but I swear, from my eyes, it looked like it's that back end, and Michael said the same thing.
That's what I was getting to. Won the last 3 weeks, right, against the teams. As the season ends, as teams are getting better on their schedule, they're not getting to the quarterback. And the pass defense, the front and the back is connected, right? If you're not getting to them with 4 players, then Dan Quinn has to take more guys out of coverage. And
So at this point, they moved off the run identity, but you can see that both Brian and Michael going into the Titans game was saying that the Dallas Cowboys overall is better when they stick into the run identity. And so we go talk about was it working or not, because I'm going to dig into all of that. I'm going to show that it was working. And it's not even about what the average look like. It's what the drive looks like. I'm going to show y'all, though. I'm going to take y'all to the play-by-play on this. Because, see, like I said, we got like 400 new subs, and you got people that come in, and they like, man, y'all dogging Kellen. It's like, no, bro, that's because we really know Kellen and that he's a smoker. He's addicted to the pass. He's a crack addict. And I was the first to say it. I called him Kellen Pookie Moore because he proved that he's a crack addict at this point. But then I want y'all to keep listening because Tedy said this earlier, and we go break all of this down because this is very, 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 very important to our future. Listen to this. And this is with Tedy from NFL Countdown. Listen.
Kellen Moore, the more times he decides to throw it to Dak Prescott and look good so he can get a head coaching job is the detriment.
Hold on real quick. Let me fix this. Hold on. I got to make sure it's working right. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me fix it. It's only one thing that's off. Okay, I fixed it. Now watch this. Now listen to Tedy. He finna tell y'all, and then y'all tell me what y'all saw in that game. Listen.
Kellen Moore, the more times he decides to throw it to Dak Prescott and look good so he can get a head coaching job is the detriment to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm telling you right now. The more Dak throws is the more cause for error that's going to happen.
You want him to run the ball, bro?
I want him to run the ball, and you got to play to that defense. That unit may be the best unit in football. All right. I know the Niners defense is good too, but just the way that they are so explosive and score on defense that.
And see, that's what a lot of people don't understand right there. See, also the benefit of running the ball is not just your rushing yards. It's the fact that you also able to keep that D rested. If you coming out there, Kellen Moore threw the ball 25 times in the first half. In hurry up. Your defense gonna stay on the field. Your defense gonna stay on the field like that. And then you wonder why so many people was getting hurt. Because that's what I'm saying. It's about the identity of the whole team. It ain't just about Kellen Moore and his system working. And I showed y'all months ago that this defense is elite when you keep them rested. That's why I always said Kellen Moore call plays like he a single man, not like he's a married man. He looking out for him. He not thinking about the family. How many times have I said that? And I said that way before Tedy, before all of these dudes said that. Listen.
To run the ball, and you got to play to that defense. That unit may be the best unit in football. All right. I know the Niners defense is good too, but just the way that they are so explosive and score on defense that you want to go ahead and spread it out and have the tips and overthrows.
Got to get those.
He said, "Oh, okay. What did he just say? What? Listen.
Score on defense that you want to go ahead and spread it out and have the tips and
the tips.
Overthrows.
The overthrows. What did we see yesterday? For all the people that it was okay for Kellen to throw the ball 41 times. We needed to do that. We just had to do that to win. I'm going to prove to you that that's not true.
Or on defense that you want to go ahead and spread it out and have the tips and overthrows.
Got to get those
interceptions.
And this is before the game. This was before the game. So like those of us who really been watching Kellen, we all knew this was gonna happen. I said before the game, I said he gonna come out throwing. I was actually wrong and then end up being right, because actually I'm gonna prove to y'all that his best series was the first series and the second series where he was balanced. He totally lost his balance when he got into that third series, and he more than hit the crack. He OD'd on the crack. He more than hit the crack. He went full dope fiend from the third series to the end of the half. And I'm gonna show y'all, man. I got the play-by-play, bro. You dealing with Boss Cowboy. I ain't playing no games. Bro.
And all that stuff. It's just not the way to do it.
Dallas is a complete team. They're a complete team if their wide receiver group steps up and plays to their potential, which I think I'm seeing a steady incline. The tight end, they can do it anyway. Like, this isn't a team that has to oh, if we just don't screw it up. You're the Dallas Cowboys. Play like it. Go out and play.
What is the Dallas Cowboys?
That's
what
a fair question.
They're nothing.
They're one of the best four teams in football right now. One of the best four teams in football.
Right now, but they don't have a recent narrative that makes you count on them, to Tedy's point.
But they're blowing. When you watch some of these games, okay, the way they close people out, the way they'll probably play today, you can't tell me you're not going to watch them today and say, you know what, this team could absolutely, like Randy's saying, hoist the Lombardi when it's all said and done this year.
You want to know who they think they are? I think these two games will be a good sort of measuring stick of who they are.
And he was talking about the Texans and the Colts. Boy, y'all better listen to Tedy. Boy, Tedy talking right. Because guess what? In both of those games in the first half, we came out both of those games and we was losing in the first half because we was way off balance. Pass to run ratio. We was way off balance in both of those games. It was way too close, and losing in the first half to some of the worst teams. And that's why Tedy said this game is going to determine who they are these next two games. Because so those of us who know we supposed to be preparing for a playoff run, we know we should be using the last parts of December really locking down that run identity, preparing for the playoffs. All off season, we kept saying, "Oh, with San Fran, we've learned that we got to be more physical. We want to have a run identity. We want to establish physicality." Are you seeing that in December? I'm gonna ask you again. Are you seeing that in December? No, you not. You not seeing that. We haven't yet came out, except for Minnesota, with a super aggressive run identity. That's the only time we did it. And we blew them out. And I said yesterday, I said this, if for boys who was in the watch party, y'all my witness. I said, Kellen Moore threw the ball 25 times in the first half. And it was close. And basically Tennessee Titans was playing with like no stars, hardly any stars. And it was close. And I said, well, y'all watch what happened. I say Kellen is going to now switch because Mike McCarthy is getting ready to pull his chain and we go run away. What happened? He threw the ball 20. He was on pace for 50 pass attempts. And people say the run game wasn't working. It was working. I'm going to show y'all it was working. But see, it's definitely not going to work if you abandon it. Because see, the run game is like body punches. You don't see the effects of those until round 6, round 7. You sure see the effects of body punches in round 10, round 11, round 12. You cannot abandon the run game just because it don't have initial success. You can't. And he did. And it, to your point, Aaron, and it controls the clock. And you was out there working without your right tackle. Your center got hurt, and you still kept throwing. Hold on real quick. So that was obviously Tedy. And y'all forgive my passion, man. It truly is what it is. It's truly just passion for the team, bro. It's just passion. So every now and then I do get animated. I don't apologize. I did apologize, but I take it back. You know what I'm saying? I don't apologize for my passion for this team, bro. I see what I see. I've done the work. I've done the research. And it's just what it is. But y'all listen to this because this gonna really piss some of y'all. This is also from October 2nd. Listen to Stephen Jones. All of these links are in the description too. Listen.
Stephen Jones here with us on The Fan. Are there things that you want Kellen and Dak to do together that you've seen Rush have success in the offense with?
Remember, Rush was having all that success winning those games when we was keeping the ball on the ground. Even we wasn't averaging a lot. See, that's what people don't understand. They'll say, oh, we was only averaging 3 yards, boss, or 2 yards, boss. But see, Cooper Rush wasn't throwing interceptions when you was keeping him from throwing too much. When did we lose to Philly? When Kellen Moore came out there with his weird self, hit all that crack and said, let's throw it 38 times with a backup.
No, I just think that the bigger thing is, that I would stress is that, and I know it's something that they really, that we talked about as an organization is.
You heard Steven say we talked about it as an organization? Let's see what he said he talked about it as an organization. This is October 2nd. Listen.
The running game, I think.
Oh!
You got to be committed to it.
Oh, you got to be what?
And, when you got a guy like Dak who's shown he can throw it, 60 times a game. I mean, if that's what you wanted, or 50 times a game, I mean, can do it, but is it in the best interest of our team? And is it, the best way to win in terms of complementary football and what we do? So,
This is a good comment. Let me address this one because this is a very good comment. I think it's balanced and it gives us a chance to talk about it. Model for Christ said, "Boss, the only thing we don't know is Dak checking out of the runs." No, not to the like. Obviously, Dak has audibles ability, but Dak is not the one that's hitting his crack. Cause see, Dak said himself. See, when you go listen to Dak, Dak said himself, "I'm cool with not throwing a whole bunch of yards. I just want to win the games." But then you go listen to Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore literally said out his own mouth, "Everything in me wanted to throw the ball all game." And he said that after the Washington win. And we won that game, and he still was like, "I want to hit that crack." So when I listen to the words and I listen to what they say, it's Kellen. But that's a good comment because that is something that could happen to where Dak could be checking out. And even if Dak checking out, you still got to blame Mike McCarthy and Kellen because you got to check Dak. But Dak ain't doing that. That ain't Dak. All right, but let me keep going real quick.
I just think the bigger thing here is we're showing here that we've got an offensive line and some running backs who can run the ball well. I thought last week was really, a great mix for Zeke and Pollard in terms of their touches, and then a great mix with our offense. I think we were right at 50% passes, 50% runs, and if anything, I'd like to see that thing. I think we all would maybe as an organization even have it tilt a little more toward more runs than passes. But
wow. So let me ask you a question. So Stephen Jones just told you the organization want to see games to where it's even more than 50-50. And I'm getting ready to show y'all right here because this comment is important. This is why I'm telling you that comment that guy left is important because, to be honest, they falling for the wee-woo. So let me show y'all. We will go look at the play-by-play and we go look at what's the run game working. All right. So when you look at the scoring drives, it's the same pattern that I told y'all from the beginning. When we come out, right? So we'll look at this first one. All right. So in this one, what you'll see is on the first down we pass, second down we pass, we convert. So it's first down, right? Elliott gets 4 yards, right? So then Elliott get the 4 yards. Then we run Elliott again 2 consecutive times, right? So then basically at this point, this is a balanced drive, right? We looking like a balanced drive. So we got pass, run, pass. On third down, he passes, incomplete the lamb, and we punt. Okay? All right, so then looking at the passing, right? If we go look at the times we came, so that was a balanced drive. So you could tell from the script, he came out in balance. Exactly what Stephen Jones talking about, 50-50 or more. That's what that was. So if you look at our touchdown drive and you go look at the ratio from run to pass, you will see that it was a higher run ratio than pass. So all you got to do, because they tell you it's a 10-play drive, okay? So if you just count the runs, you'll see it was more runs than pass, exactly what Stephen Jones said. And when we have drives, and I've been showing y'all this all seasons, when it's not about how he finishes, you got to look at him series by series to see, was that series balanced? Did he run a balanced series? So let's look at this scoring one out the gate, right? So he runs Zeke, then he passes, then he has 3 passes in a row. The pass game was working, right? Because we converted. And even without looking at who it was to, we can get into the film and all that later. But right now we just looking at the ratio, okay? So we got, let me go back and count. So we got, let me see, we got 1. So we got 4, no, we got 3 passes in a row. Then we 2, 3 runs, 4, 5, 6 runs to 5 passes in this particular series. So again, that's right what Stephen Jones said. A 50% or higher run to pass ratio. And when you see that, you usually see touchdowns. That's what you see. And that's what you saw. Or you will see a field goal. What happens when you do the opposite, because right after that, he went plumb crazy. But even on this drive, he was balanced. But after that, he went crazy passing. I mean, he went full-fledged crack addiction. So let's look at this scoring drive. And you go start seeing the pattern. So let's just count it up. It was 8 plays. So out of the 8 plays, let's count. 1, 2, 3. So out of the 8 plays, 3 of them was runs, resulted in a field goal. Okay? From then on, we stopped scoring points, and that's mainly because he went super crazy on passing. And look at this, the fumble drive, all of that. Out the gate, passing. Second down, pass it. Third down, pass it. And what happened? You know what I'm saying? You know? It's the same pattern. Now, on this one, it was a fumble. Okay? So we ain't gonna count that against Kellen. We not gonna count that against him. We gonna be fair and balanced on this one. But let's look at the interception drive. Because he went crazy. Pass, 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 run, pass, run, pass. He out of his ratio. That's why I say you got to look at, you got to look at when we punt. I'm telling y'all what happens most of the time. It's not 100%, but it's most of the time. When he get out of rhythm and balance per series, it stalls the series, and it don't even matter who we going against. We can be going against the Texans. We can be going against the Colts. We could be playing third stringers from the Titans, and we still make the games competitive when we get too pass happy. So when I go look at these comments and they say stuff like, "Boss, you're not being fair to Kellen or your subscribers, boss. We needed to throw." No, we didn't. Because if you go look series by series, which is what I do. See, I don't just make this up. I don't go look at the totals and say, "Oh, look, he finished out and it looked like he was balanced." No, go look at the drives that work and go look at the drives that didn't work, and you go start seeing a real clear pattern of why. It's whenever he abandons the identity of who we are, our drives stall, or they have mistakes like interceptions, tips, and all of that stuff that Tedy warned about. And we saw it in that game. So this was not a game that we had to pass. And guess what? In the second half, he finally went into balance. And I predicted he was going to do that because I know Mike McCarthy is pulling his chain. Mike McCarthy is pulling his chain. The only reason Kellen Moore is not totally losing most of these games is because there's a quota on Kellen Moore. And there's a leash on his neck to pull him back into balance. But we've all, at this point, I'm just keeping it real, I've settled that we have a crack addict. And the only thing that's going to save us is the chain of Mike McCarthy that pulls him back in. That's it. So ideally, obviously, I would want Kellen Moore to call plays on a quota. But I'm going to pull it like this. I'm going to put it like this, and I think y'all going to feel me. If you was in a toxic relationship, and let's say your relationship got to the point to where your significant other was not being intimate with you. Okay? So you're not getting no booty. Woman or a man. Okay? So if you a woman, your man not giving it to you. because y'all relationship have just, withered away to where y'all not even intimate. Or if you're a man, she not taking care of you in that area. So this is not one gender, this is both, okay? And let's say y'all go to counseling. And you go to counseling, and the counselor say, hey man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all marriages go fail without intimacy. I'm just be honest with you. Your marriages go fail. Because you gotta have something that bring y'all back together. You gotta have something that sparks you two. So even though y'all mad at each other, I suggest that y'all put on the calendar and stick to this. Now listen, this sounds like a crazy example, but hear me out. So if they say y'all need to have sex or y'all need to come together on Friday and Saturday and on Wednesday, put it on your calendar. I don't care what y'all going through, y'all have to do that. I'm giving y'all that as advice to help y'all start getting on track, because you can't do that to each other and think your marriage gonna work. Now, if you the person that was not having an intimacy with their significant other, you probably gonna be like, I don't really kind of want it on a quota. I want it to be spontaneous. But see, this is the thing. If you're not getting it, you'll take it on a quota. Let me say that again. If you're not getting it, you'll take it on a quota. Quota booty. Put up the kids. If you got your kids, take them to the next room. My boy Michael Lockhart said, that much I'll be tired. All right, 2 days a week for you, Michael. 2 days a week. 2 days for a week. But if you ain't getting no booty, you gonna take quota booty. Yeah. See, some of y'all no, I wouldn't take quota booty. No. That's my wife. She's supposed to. Some of you women, no, there's no way I would take quota meat. No. Is this too adult for y'all? Am I talking to grown folks or am I talking to kids? I need to know who I'm talking to. I wouldn't take quota booty. I wouldn't take quota meat. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Now, the spontaneous is the best. Everybody know that. Everybody knows when it happens and you didn't see it coming, and it just the vibe. It was just the vibe. It just worked out to the booty. It worked out. Oh, and that's the best. I get it. It's the best. Ideally, Kellen Moore, I really wish, Kellen Moore, that you believed in the run game. Y'all see where I'm going now? Y'all see where I'm going now? I really, really wish, Kellen Moore, that you believed in the run game. But because you don't, guess what? I still got to make this marriage work for the playoffs. So we go take the booty quota. Yeah, we go take quotas. I'm sorry that's how we got to win a championship, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. That's our best route with this crack addict. That's why I called him a smoker. So hopefully, because that boy say, boss, give yourself flame. I'm going to give myself flame for that too. I'm going to take this quota booty.
Dracarys.
And I measured the hell out of that Kool-Aid.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy boy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
My boy say, no more crackhead Kellen, straight quota booty. Hey, bro, that's what it is. And I know a lot of people don't like quotas. They don't like that he has to run the ball on a quota. But I'm going to be honest. I'm starving for affection. I would take quota booty. if y'all know what I mean. I'm sorry. I really wish Kellen Moore believed like Stephen Jones. I wish Kellen Moore believed like his head coach Mike McCarthy, but he does not. He is withholding the run game for his pass addiction. So we got to keep that leash on him, and we got to win by that. You got to yank that chain is what it is. Quota booty. Yeah, it's quota booty Kellen. Come and say quota booty Kellen. Yeah, it is quota booty Kellen. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, do you want me to lie to you to tell the truth? So remember, all of this started because remember, y'all got to hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me all the way out. Remember, I told y'all it's a lot of new subs. This they first time hearing this. A lot of people have no idea how us as content creators really know this team. I'm not the only one that know this team intimately. I'm not go praise myself to that degree. It's a lot of us that's very, very, very in tune to the patterns of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not standing alone in this area. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But when they come in, and listen, this is not taking no shot at C2 Polk because he was respectful. And we gotta all learn how to have this conversation in a way that's respectful back to people that disagree. So, because one of the things he said, he said it was sensible. He said 41 passes was sensible. Was it sensible? Well, let me go listen to the head coach and let's see if it was truly sensible.
Is that kind of what you want?
Oh, I think it's a winning formula. I think it's,
He talking about the running game. Let me rewind it a little bit more so y'all can know that he was talking about the running game. This is from September 27th. And I got all these links in the description. So if you want to cross-reference me, if you want to double check and make sure that I'm not using spin to try to take clips and make it based on what I want it to be, you got the full link in the description. And I will go back and forth with anybody on this respectful, just like I did Dan Rogers, because I want to win. This is not about trying to be right. This is not trying to embarrass nobody. This is just about just telling the truth on what's the biggest risk to our team. And I stand here to tell y'all that it is still quota booty Pookie Kellen Moore. Quota booty. Yes, I said it. Quota booty. He's a quota booty. He's giving quota booty. This is quota booty. He not gonna give it to us because he believe in it. He's giving it to us because he's on a quota. Quota booty. Now go listen to Mike McCarthy.
I mean, Tony in 15 for Zeke. Is that kind of what you want?
Oh, I think it's a winning formula. I think it's, really stems off what we just talked about. It's you got two guys that are featured players. They need to touch the ball. Whether we throw it to them, pitch it to them, hand it to them. It makes no difference to me personally. But I think, most importantly, the run blocking unit needs to come off the football. They need those 30 attempts a game. But most importantly, the run blocking unit needs to come off the football. They need those 30 attempts a game. That's where the real balance comes from. Because there's some of those calls were RPOs, run solutions, whatever we call it, and the benefit of it, you're throwing it out to a one-on-one and they get 6 yards, whether it's CD or Noah. But the run blocking unit's still coming off the ball. So that's the benefit, in my view, of the RPOs and the run solution throws, because those guys need to rip off the ball, because if you're throwing it all day, then now you have your offensive line playing on their heels. And
you got your what? All right. And see, this is. All right. I see, Reaper. I could tell you came in late, bro. I could tell. I could always tell when people came in late, because they come in and they say stuff that I already addressed. They come in and they say stuff that I already addressed. He said, you trying hard, but last night we couldn't run. So he wanted to run versus a team that's number 2 on rush defense. Reaper. And then he hit LOL like he's schooling me. See, this is when I go crazy on some of y'all. Because, see, I want to have a discussion. But don't come in here like you just like schooling me, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's all right. So let me just explain this again, because I know you late read, because I already addressed that. Matter of fact, I already showed series by series that our scoring series was balanced. It was 50% run or higher. The only time we scored in the whole first half was when we was running 50% per series or higher, which is our normal season pattern. When did we totally stop scoring? When did the interception started to happen? When he went crazy and he threw it 25 freaking times. I already addressed that. So, see, because I know where the confusion is coming from. People will look at, they'll say, this team, and then this is the thing about this rush defense, because it's a rush defense and it's a good rush defense, but they was missing their best run defender, bro. Come on now, I already told y'all they wasn't out there with their best guys, bro. So we need to stop. We just need to stop. Like straight up. Like, so the stats that we bringing up, don't even apply. That's like saying Dak is number one when he's since he's been back with the Dallas Cowboys, but Cooper Rush is playing. Why are we bringing up what our rank is without the key to our rank? The key to our offensive rank is Dak. The key to their running game is Simmons. He wasn't playing, big dog. And we got people that's really watching Kellen Moore smoke all this crack as we're going into the playoffs, and they saying, boss, you're panicking. We're cool. Kellen, he's fine, boss. Boss, you're tripping. Even though Tedy Bruschi said it, even though Michael said it, even though all the playmakers said it, even though Emmitt said it, even though Jimmy Johnson said it, even though you showed the data that you right, you showed the play-by-play. You the only one that went to the play-by-play. Who else went to the play-by-play? Who else showed you this via the whole series? Who else did this? I'm gonna wait. Ain't nobody do this. And then if I showed y'all on film, some of y'all would still put on your Kellen Moore capes and you would come in here to rescue him like Superman. Let me rescue Kellen Moore from Boss. I gotta rescue Kellen Moore because Boss Cowboy is wrong about Kellen Moore. Let me go put on my cape and save Kellen Moore. Boy, y'all, man, listen. And then my boy hit the LOL. See, this is the thing, bro. I'm super cool always with having a civil debate. That's why I'm not tripping at all on C2 Pope. He disagrees with me. He disagrees strongly, but he's respectable. I had no problem like that. I had no problem with Dan Rodgers. Did I hit Dan Rodgers with the... Bruh. God damn. Finish him. Did I hit him with anything? I didn't hit him with no buttons, no effects, because guess what? The whole time we stayed civil. I really want us to learn, especially in this channel, to try to have civil disagreements. Because if I'm wrong, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Because see, my boy West Coast gave me one of the biggest compliments. He said somebody on his channel said, Boss was getting killed on a debate. He said, hold on, Boss was getting killed? He said, nah, I guarantee you, if Boss was out there debating with the channel, they wrong. He said, because I know Boss. If you show Boss the facts and he wrong, he would just publicly admit it and move on. That's exactly how, if y'all don't know that about me by now, I don't know who y'all been watching. If y'all ain't figured out by now that that's how I move, I don't know who you been watching. Y'all really think I'm over here doing this type of content because I just want to try to impress y'all? Is that what y'all think? Y'all think that I'm getting some kind of points on going after Kellen Moore? Y'all think I'm trying to grow this channel, attacking Kellen Moore? That's what y'all really think? So what it comes down to is understanding all the dynamics of the benefit of really sticking to the identity that we said we want to be. Stephen Jones said he wants us to have a run identity. He said he wants to be 50-50 or higher. Jerry said it. Mike McCarthy said it. It's only one guy that continuously pushes back. It's only freaking one. It's only one. And this is the worst part. Every time he does it, we lose. Except yesterday. Almost every time he do it, we lose. When we came out against the Texans and we was out of whack, pass to run ratio, we was losing in the first half. When we came out of whack versus the Colts, the same thing. It's the same thing. And every time he get his chain yanked and we get back in control. Because if y'all ain't figured out yet, Mike McCarthy, in my example, is the counselor to the married couple. Mike McCarthy is the one that's saying, hey, y'all, your marriage is messed up. I know y'all mad at each other, but y'all got to be intimate or this marriage is over. That's what Mike McCarthy is saying. So the only way we go get you under control and get y'all marriage back on track is I got to put you on the quota. So y'all ain't noticed that Mike McCarthy be like never before? Have anybody noticed that he in that call sheet like never before? Am I the only one noticed that? Am I the only one that noticed that Mike McCarthy has the Waffle House call sheet more than ever before? See, because I keep up with this. This ain't new to me. This might be new to you, but this ain't new to me. This ain't new to me. I know Mike McCarthy said last year, if you install it, you call it. In other words, he was hands off. He let Kellen fully last year control the whole offense. This year, he put that boy on the quota. And that's what you're looking at. Quarter play calling ain't the best, but you get that good feeling, if you know what I mean. Ooh, but y'all better feel me on what I just said. Quarter booty is not the best, but you go get that ooh. You still go get that. Yeah, so yeah, you got all these people saying run the ball. Kellen Moore, the only one after Mike McCarthy said, I don't see us changing. He said this is a winning formula. He was talking about sticking to the run identity. That same week, Kellen Moore came out and said there are going to be games to where we have to pass the ball. All right, real quick, bro. Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, listen, man. Listen, like I'm cool with people caping for Kellen Moore out of ignorance, but if you've been on this channel for any period of time and you still caping for Kellen Moore and you don't listen to most of my presentations, I just gotta say it how it is. You are a front office kiss butt. That's just the only way I can say it. That's what's going on. If you listen to all the facts that I just presented, I'm talking about their words, not mine. I need y'all to listen real quick. Just one more time. Listen.
Too much of anything's not going to be good for you.
That's what Mike McCarthy said regarding the pass. Listen.
Guys need to rip off the ball, because if you're throwing it all day, then now you have your offensive line playing on their heels, and too much of anything's not going to be good for you.
Okay, so too much of anything is not good for you because you got your offensive line on their heels. So I know, and listen, this is not coming at old boy, because I really do feel like he was respectful. He said, you're not serving your subscribers well by saying otherwise. Well, what I'm saying is what the head coach is saying. The head coach just said, too much of anything is not good for you, and you got your offensive line playing on your heels. That's why you don't want to be passing the ball 41 times. Hopefully I just addressed it, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, promisely, he was respectful. He was. So if you're respectful, I'm going to just come back with facts. Respectful. Now, if you can counter what I said with a counter thought, I will submit to what you're saying. But I brought to y'all Stephen Jones' words. I brought to y'all Tedy Bruschi's words. I brought to y'all, who else I bring to y'all? Brian Baldinger, Michael Robinson's. My words. Kellen's words. So I done showed all these references to the case that I'm making against Kellen Moore clearly being past addicted, like a crack addict. So if you go counter with facts. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be honest. The only thing that I kind of took a slight insult to is when he said you are not serving your subscribers well by saying otherwise. That's the only thing, is when he said you are not serving your subscribers well by saying otherwise. Because see, I know I'm serving my subscribers well. I know it. Because I always put the links of everything that I said in these presentations in the description. Without fail. So I ask y'all, don't trust me. I always say that. Don't trust boss. Go listen to the links yourself. Go listen to the whole interview yourself. Make sure that I'm not trying to spin stuff into my context. Here's the link of the entire show. Happy birthday, Johnny. Hold on. Who birthday? So True Robs, your birthday was Wednesday. Happy birthday, True. So I see some birthdays going on, man. What's up? Happy birthday, man. All right, so let me open up these phones real quick, and then we go get up out of here, man. Since now that we know the phones are working, hold on. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me get to y'all real quick. This is gonna be quick. So I told y'all I was gonna wait to the end. We right here close to the end. I'm gonna take a couple more calls. We talked about, we was gonna talk about the BossCowboy of Tennessee Titans. Okay. So the BossCowboy of Tennessee, all right, came between two players, Schultz and CD Lamb. Yeah. And my star of the game,
Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick?
Hot Pocket. That's my dog, boy. That boy Hot Pocket. And let me tell y'all something. My boy say, yeah. Cognac Lamb, boy. I see I made some of y'all mad with that one. Boy said Cognac Lamb. And I see why. Because see, Lamb, he did his thing, bro. Listen, I got the numbers right here, bro. Let me show you. Ooh, wee. CD Lamb, boy. That boy did his thing. Listen. Man, the last 3 games, that boy been acting a complete nut. Let me make this bigger. God, dog. I'm talking about, if you still doubting if CD Lamb is a number 1, I just think you stubborn at this point. Hey, listen, y'all. He getting doubles. He winning on doubles. CD Lamb, shoot, that's a clear number 1, bro. He been getting doubled now as a number 1, and he is handling it. So I see why. See, but listen, bro. See, his averages these last 2 games killed that. He averaged 18 per, 12 per, did 9.1. He had more receptions, but he had less production. This is why I'm giving it to Schultz, man. Because, Dalton Schultz, man, he had 2 touchdown receptions tonight and has 4 in his career, the 3rd most multi-touchdown games by a tight end in team history, trailing Jason Witten and Billy Joe Dupree. So I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, I know some of y'all don't like that. I know some of y'all want to go with CD Lamb. Hold on, y'all. I'm showing y'all too much. Y'all seeing the back end stuff. Y'all need to see the back end stuff. But yeah. But to me, it's Schultz. Schultz is my star. He don't got speed. That's because that's what the first S was for. But I saw the tenacity. You know what I'm saying? The toughness. I'm sorry. Definitely tough. He took some hits. He was available. Remember, he coming off that knee. He coming off a knee, and you can't even tell. And he was very, very, very reliable. So to me, it's hot pocket, bro. Just me.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick? Hot Pocket.
And we needed some reliable people in that ugly game. Schultz was reliable. And I want to say one more thing about Schultz. I already said this openly, but Schultz is one of my best examples of me eating crow. I used to I used to hate Schultz. I used to hate Schultz. I hated Schultz. But I learned a valuable lesson about Schultz and people like Schultz. I learned that sometimes we got to be patient with some of these people development. That's the number one thing that I learned from Schultz is you don't get Dax and Zekes every year. I know we love Bland, but Bland, Zeke, Dak type of rookie years, those are anomalies. The rest of these guys usually take developmental reps, and it's just what it is. Diggs took developmental reps. Terrence Steele took developmental reps. Zach Martin was great day one. But Tyler Biotish took developmental reps. You know what I'm saying? And that I've learned from Schultz and eating crow publicly saying I was wrong about this dude. And this is one of the main things I like about Schultz. Schultz works on his game constantly. If there's a weakness, he makes it a strength. He's obviously a very hard worker. And very deserving of my star this week. And I'm gladly eating crow again that I ate a long time ago on Schultz. So let me just take some calls real quick. I just want to hear from y'all. Obviously, I want to hear from y'all because I'm also excited to have my phones working. I ain't even have to pay for it. You know, that's the best thing. See, if y'all knew the expenses that we occur just to deliver a quality show, you know what I'm saying? If y'all knew what we pay behind the scenes to get this stuff to work right, ooh-wee. And if y'all knew the panic sometimes of building these planes while it's in the air, bro. Dude, I woke up the day of Christmas and my screen was blue. Woo. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's up, boss? How you doing, man?
Hey, who is this?
Hey, this Chief Caesar, man. I ain't called in a while. You know, I'm always in the chat box, you know, talking my piece.
Yeah, Caesar. What's going on, big dog? Yeah, I know you very well, Caesar. Yeah, you always in the chat.
Sir.
You got that that black and white avatar.
Yes,
the
sir.
chief. Right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
an Indian chief?
Yes, sir. You already know.
Yeah, I know exactly who you are.
I just want to kick in. You know, I get around the nation. But I'm tired of the Dak hate. You know, every man makes mistakes.
Right.
You know, he did try to force one in there. I ain't trying to get off topic with what we was on talking about Kellen Moore because we all know he'd be on one.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Yeah. Now you're right on what you're saying.
It's all about that balance.
Yeah, it's about that balance. That's it. And you're right on that.
You're
right on that. Okay, I appreciate the call, man. Yeah. Thanks for calling in, Caesar, man. I'm gonna take some more calls, y'all. Oh damn, he was still saying, Caesar, I didn't mean to hang you up, bro. I didn't mean to hang you up. I know you was gonna say something else. But I still got the call lines open, man. If y'all want to call in before I get up out of here, man, this is a freestyle. I'm so happy to be able to freestyle again. Ooh, trust me, because I know this one of the main parts of the show is hearing from y'all. That's what make this show go. To be all the way honest, this show was so much better when y'all call in. I don't care if you got something major to say, if you got something small to say, if you long-winded or short-winded. For the most part, I don't rush y'all. I just don't. It's just not me. I don't do that. Now I can, and sometimes I do need to rush off. I got to get the content, but so I still got the phone lines open. I'm gonna only keep it on for another 10 seconds. So if y'all go call in, you want to go ahead call in now. But I'm excited to have the phones back, and let's rock it. Boss Cowboy Sports.
What's up, boss? How you doing? This T Smooth TV.
I see you, T Smooth. Yeah, man. What's going on?
How you doing, fam?
Oh, man, I'm chilling on it, man. Finally get a chance to hear your voice, man. I've been seeing you in the chat for a minute. You hold it down.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. On defense, in my opinion, we just have to be more physical up front. And it's kind of tough to do that sometimes when your D tackles are a little undersized, right?
Yeah.
Because we always talk about how, the front can help your linebackers. We have Damone Clark out there, and didn't we have Guilford out there, both of them out there at the same time?
I know we had Gilbert out there for a second, and then they took him out and put in Cox.
It was like Clark and Barr and Guilford. Okay.
Yeah. Something like that.
If we do not get pushed up the middle or hold that middle, it's going to be tough regardless.
Yeah, it
when
is.
I watch the 49ers defense, I promise you, it don't matter what offensive line they play, what offense they play. Any run play, bro, you see the physicality, bro. They don't get pushed back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Zeke, okay, and then another thing I noticed, when Zeke got that touchdown, he didn't run full speed all the way. He got slowed down 2 yards back. If that was a defense like that, we wouldn't have scored on that play.
Right. No, I agree.
All I'm saying is, to sum it up, we have to be more physical.
Yeah.
Dak, it seemed like no matter what, if Dak has a turnover in the first quarter or the first half, calm down. We've seen it plenty of times. He's gonna kind of bring us back in the game.
That must say calm down. Fact.
That's what I'm seeing. That's what I've
real.
been seeing all year. That's what I've been seeing, right?
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't told no lies.
He gets that one out the way. Guys have to help him out too, man.
Yeah. Nah, that's real, T.
Catch the ball, please.
Nah, that's real.
Follow the ball all the way through.
Yeah. Dak been had some bad luck on the interceptions. And he threw one that was on him. My boy Mr. Boxing said, "Boss, read the super chat." I don't see no super chat, big dog. I check my phone and I just check my system. I don't see no super chat. If you said something, bro, just put it in there again and I'll address it. But it's no super chat that came from you. I don't see it, at least. Y'all let me know if y'all see a super chat from Mr. Boxing Moves, because I don't see it.
But I'm about to get off. I'm about to say this one last comment. For the most part, Dak been dotting up.
Yeah. So Dak been clowning.
Dak been dotting up. We got to get a little bit more physical on defense, and I think we'll be fine. We can do it.
Nah, I definitely agree. Man.
We can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. And I ain't even tripping. I'm chilling,
And
bro.
Gallup been struggling. Gallup been struggling a little bit, but he due for a touchdown in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it just Gallup.
I think everything's gonna be all right. Just get more physical, and we'll be fine. And better decision making for Kellen Moore.
Yeah. Yep.
Make better decisions, Kellen Moore.
Yep. Man, I appreciate that, man.
Don't overthink it, fam.
Yep, and that's
Yeah,
what he
boss
does.
fool.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the call, man. We got to see it. I see my boy Tuck in the building, man. What's up, G? OG Tuck, man. Hold on, man. But, man, I appreciate your call, big
I'm gonna
dog.
let somebody else call it. Yeah. I'm gonna let somebody else call it. You know, I'll be in the chat, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it, big dog, man. Thanks for calling in and,
All right, yes,
finally
sir.
hearing from you, T Smooth TV. That was T Smooth. Tuck, I'm getting ready to call you, bro. Let's give the people some content if you can answer. I'm getting ready to call my boy Tuck. You know, Tuck, when you come in the show, bro, you already know how I do. I call you, bro. Say unless you can't answer. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure you got something. You know what I'm saying? Because you always do. All right, hold on real quick. Let me pull up Tuck number. Y'all be patient. Y'all be patient with your boy. Oh, yeah, he say, bet I'm free. All right, let's give him some content then, Tuck. All right, so I'm calling Tuck now. It's going to be a 210 number, Tuck. So I had to rebuild the show. Now, Tuck know exactly what that means. Imagine rebuilding your whole show, Tuck. The way that Tuck stuff is. See, Tuck, his production level is like mine. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of detail that go into it. Imagine having to rebuild your whole show, bro. And I did it in 2 days.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
What's up with it, big dog?
Nothing, man.
All right, man. What's your thoughts on the game, bro? We ain't never talk about it. I talked about it a lot, but I just wanted to get your general thoughts and just go back and forth with one of the best content creators out there.
Yeah, man. I feel like last night, to be honest with you, was a little deflating for me personally, because I felt like with the way that the Titans are playing with their backups, really having nothing to play for, I feel like this was a game where the Cowboys can really just get right, kind of work on some of the things that have been kind of ailing this team, throughout the season, right? Clean up on the penalties, limit on the turnovers, improving the run defense. But we just didn't see it yesterday. And so I've been trying to say this on Twitter, right? I get in some cases a win is a win, but you also have to have context around that statement, boss. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the standard that we're trying to hold the Cowboys for is a playoff standard. And if you look at what we did yesterday, that just isn't playoff ready, right? So now it becomes the decision, do we play our starters, this last game versus the Commanders or whatnot? I really don't know, but then we lost Tyler Biadasz. Now we have some shuffling to our offensive line. So there's a lot of big decisions we have to make getting prepared for the playoffs. And I'll say this, boss, it's not that we're trying to be negative, but I understand some of the Cowboys fans' frustration. And I think the reason why a lot of Cowboys fans have frustration is because we don't know what we can lean on, right? And the situation I said on Twitter was like, here in Kansas City, even though the defense is kind of young, they kind of giving up some big losses. They got Pat Mahomes. They're going to ride with Pat Mahomes. They're going to lean heavy on that. San Francisco can lean on their defense. Like, they can lean on their defense, lean on the run game. The Buffalo Bills going to be able to lean on Josh Allen and so on and so on. But from the Cowboys fans' perspective, we don't know what is the thing that we can lean on to get us through in the playoffs. It might be Dak. Can you really lean on Dak? Is it going to be the wide receiver core? We thought it was going to be our defense. There's question marks for our defense. So I understand where a lot of fans are coming in, especially after what they saw last night, being a little bit frustrated. But at this point, y'all, we're already up in the air. We can't change a lot. It's just to prepare for impact, and hopefully this team can figure it out and go on that run and get us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Tuck. Because the game itself, it felt bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The win felt bad because it didn't look like playoff preparedness. It was a couple of things that kind of gave me ease of mind, though. I wanted to run it by you. That was the third game in 12 days.
Right.
And likely coming off that emotional high of Philly, they likely left it all the way out there. Because I know you played and I played. How many times did we come off the big games, emotional games, and you flat the next game because you spent it all on a good team? So I'm not gonna lie and act like that was playoff football, because it wasn't. But my main thing that I'm gonna be looking for, Tuck, and I'm gonna get your thoughts on this, is how do we respond versus Washington? That's what I'm gonna be looking for, bro. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I was going to ask you. So what is your thoughts? For me personally, bro, I think that Philly is going to seal on Sunday. But so do we still play our starters versus Washington? And me personally, I think where we're at right now, I prefer the rest. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we are in a situation, bro, and I know, you know what I'm saying, you do a lot of stuff when it comes to the offensive line. It's like if one thing goes wrong, because there was a play where Tyler Smith came up a little gimpy and also Zach Martin. If something goes wrong with any of these offensive linemen, it's Josh Ball time. And me personally, I just can't see that, not in the playoff atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you rest? But also we're in a situation where it's like now we have to get the continuity, because can Jason Peters go a full game at right tackle or left tackle or however they want to swing it? So we got these question marks. But also with this last game of the season, how much do you want to risk? Is the upside really worth it? And I was talking about it on Twitter, right? We played that Philly game last year. We wanted to get momentum going to the playoffs. That didn't work. So would you prefer to have the rest or try to get some momentum offensively and defensively going into the playoffs for that wild card game?
I think I will want the momentum. And use that last game as one last game to try to dress rehearsal these potential moving pieces. And you right, both options are bad. See, why every time do me and you talk, we talking about two bad options?
Right.
Every time me and Tuck talk, because the last time we had this talk, we were talking about the bad option of, you know, the tackle dilemma. Remember we talking about this with Tyron Smith? But I think I want the momentum like from 2018. You remember 2018?
Yeah.
We was playing the Giants week 17. And we didn't need that win. We already clinched, right? So front office, they set Zeke, Tyron Smith, they set Zach Martin, they set Fredericks, but Dak played.
Right.
And we banged them with a game-winning throw. Dak threw 4 touchdowns and had 366 in the air. And we took that momentum into a hard game of Seattle, and we smoked them. You know?
Right.
So maybe Tuck, with us thinking this through together, maybe it's a combination of both. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, where certain people you sit, but the guys that you know need those developmental reps, you play them. Like maybe Avion Collins plays, right?
Right.
Because we don't want to see Ball, but now this is the time you want to give Collins, in my opinion, his developmental reps to prepare in case we need him in the playoffs.
That case of emergency, you know, because like I said, man, when Tyler Smith started getting a little gimpy, I'm like, we have no more substitution options. And, you know, and me, I've been vocal about this morning on Twitter. It's like, I'm personally, boss, I'm moving Tyron Smith back to left tackle. Like, at least I want to protect Dak's blind side, and he can see everything coming from the right. So if you got to go with Peters or maybe a Collins or, unfortunately, a Josh Ball, at least that's not on the blind side. Like, I would prefer you have Tyron and Tyler on the left, Zach Martin and Jason on the right. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want Dak's blind side to be protected.
I love it. I love it. And see, Tuck, let's go with Tuck. Let's not be humble, bro. Stick your chest out, Tuck, because I'm going to stick mine out. Who's the two people that was on this cross training, bro, before the season started?
Yeah, way back in camp, you know what I'm saying? And when we talked about Tyler Smith, because I knew it was going to be important, and you're seeing the importance of it right now. As soon as the injury with Tyler Biadasz happened yesterday, it said, Tyler Smith, you go back in the left guard. Boom, just that quick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to contemplate it. Yeah, that cross training, bro, it gets you prepared. You know, honestly, a lot of people disagree. I feel like Tyler Smith would be perfectly fine if we had to play him at right tackle. You know what I'm saying? I think he would be perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. But like I said, from that left side to that blind side, because there's often cases, even yesterday when Tyler Smith was playing left tackle, where Dak had to kind of hurry some throws because those swipes from behind was getting close to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'd rather just have that solidified with Tyron, and then you can kind of maneuver around that. At least you got your all-pro at left tackle. But, you know, it's interesting. Like I said, man, you know, even though Cowboys fans, we got our insecurities, so does every other fan base. You know, y'all know I live here in Kansas City. The guy came and did my cable this morning. He was a huge Chiefs fan. He said, man, my biggest fear is that Tyreek Hill comes back and kills us and knocks us out the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, even though they got Pat Mahomes, they don't got them weapons, and their defense just isn't the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't let other people, Cowboys Nation, kind of talk you out like the season's over. As much as issues that we got, they got too. I can guarantee y'all, them Eagles fans are concerned about their defense after what they saw last Saturday, because like, damn, we finally faced a real quarterback, and he shredded us up with no problem.
Yeah, with no problems,
You
man.
know what I'm
Swiss
saying?
cheese.
Yeah.
Hey, real
Yeah,
quick,
exactly.
I got a super chat. Now I never got paid for this, but he said he paid for it, so I'm gonna trust him.
All right.
I'm gonna run this question by you, and let's kind of tag team this together. He said,
All right,
my
bet.
super chat asks, how do we get the media to address these concerns with Kellen Moore?
So to get the media to address it?
Yep.
Was that the question?
Yeah, that's the
How to
question.
get the media to address the issues with Kellen Moore?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I don't think it will happen from them. And I think, you know, not to kind of separate, you know, the media from what they do for what we do, they honestly don't look that deep into it. Because what they're looking at is the stat sheet, right? And that's been kind of Kellen Moore's saving grace, right? He can look at the stats. Well, the number one scoring offense is that got back, and the efficiency and all this, right? So you and I look at it from a different level as far as the scope is concerned, where it's like it just doesn't add up. I mean, because if you were to ask a lot of media people who's kind of in-house to explain the Cowboys offense, they wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they're ever going to press it like we are able to press it. And rightfully so, right? Because we all got different jobs that comes into how this community moves. But I just don't think that you're ever going to see like a Michael Gelkin pressing super hard on Kellen Moore and his play calling. He might toss a few nuggets, but then that's our job as independent content creators, is to take that small nugget and go build off of it and really spark that fire. So I just don't think you're ever going to see it like you think that, you know, you would like, you know, would expect to see it in-house.
I would answer that question by saying share content. So like, for instance, Jay Tuck, he did a phenomenal video exposing Kellen Moore on his system and a no identity offense. It's thorough, it's research based, it's factual, data driven, just all the stuff that media people like. So when you get stuff that where Tuck has done the work, I've done the work, the only thing some of y'all need to do is share it. Like, don't be confrontational with the media too. Don't be, y'all need to listen to Jay Tuck and Boss Cowboy Sports. You guys are set.
Right.
Like Tuck say, some of them don't know. Like they just don't. Right. Like Tuck stayed up to 4 in the morning to research this. Obviously, I've been researching this for months. So you ain't gonna get over on Tuck. You not gonna get over on Boss. It's not gonna happen because we don't put in too much work now. But for others that might be busy, like these media people who might mean well, they just don't know. So, and I showed y'all from Pick Six Sports, where John Machota came on Pick Six Sports. Tug, I know you know about this, but I'm talking to the audience.
Yeah.
He said something that almost fell out my chair. Now, I always knew this was the case, but when you heard him say it floored me. He said, listen, he said, some of y'all don't know this, but Jerry and Steven get a report every day or every other day about the trends of what y'all talking about on social media. So when Tuck say share, because your voice matter, and when I say share this stuff because your voice matter, sometimes Tuck is the rock, sometimes I'm the rock, but y'all are the ripple in the puddle. You know what I mean? Y'all the ones that make it echo. And remember, the front office is reading the echo.
Right.
So
They see it. There's been numerous cases that I've been trying to explain this on social media. We set the table for what everyone's going to talk about Cowboys Nation. If we decide, you know what, everybody in this chat right now, we're going to go online and talk about, I don't know, Julio Jones, the Cowboys next year, I can guarantee that will pick up enough steam where it starts to get trending and people are talking about it. Then the radio grabs it. Then so-and-so who's in-house grabs it. And so that's how these things work, you know. And so I just feel like when it comes to Kellen Moore, you're starting to see it, but the echo line hasn't gotten loud enough where it's like, all right, because like I said, they kind of pressed Mike McCarthy on it earlier on, right? Because you remember that whole video you did, boss, about him kind of tossing, Kellen Moore under the bus just slightly, right? So it's getting out there, but it just got to get to a point where it's like, all right, we clearly see what the issues going on here, and we need answers. Right? Everyone needs answers. So when you hear about it on 105 through the fan, you're hearing about it on Dallas Cowboys. Like once it gets to that magnitude, then that's when the pressure really starts. But it starts from us doing it from the ground level and building everything up. So
it's truly power to people. So like Tuck channel is a movement. My channel is about a movement. Like I guarantee you, I can promise you this. At the rate of Tuck's growth, at the rate of my growth, 4 years from now, bro, we go truly move the nation. Like, it's no doubt, bro, because we moving the nation now. And we 5,000, 6,000 subs. Man, listen, bro, Tuck can't be as big as Law and as big as Vach, and Boss can't be as big as Law, and the needle don't aggressively move.
Right.
So and it's because of not Tuck. It's not Tuck. It's not Boss. It's y'all. It's y'all.
Right.
And so when I say my subs been way up, only thing I'm doing is the same thing I've been doing. Coming on here, talking Cowboy talk, and just being myself, keeping it real. The change was y'all. Y'all are exponentially sharing Tuck's content, my content. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's moving. And then it caused a ripple. But man, what's your other thoughts, real quick? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we are about the community, man. Me as a content creator, I know Boss is the same way because we talked about this off cam. Was like, I want everybody in my community, your community, to be as educated as possible when it comes to not only football knowledge but for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? We as Cowboys fans get so much fast food junk media, right? We see it all day, every day, right? On social media, on the big networks. But I want to make sure that, any Cowboys fan, whether you 5 years old or you 100 years old, you can say, all right, this is what's going on with our system, and this is why we're seeing the issues that we're seeing. And, and have evidence. It's not just my word. Provide the evidence, provide the context, and I think that's really the next level when it comes to sports media is being able to do that. So that's what I'm driving for, bro, and I know you're doing the same.
Right. My last thing I'm going to say, because I want to give practical things that we can do to answer that question on how can we get the national media to focus in on Kellen Moore. I also say tag the media on videos that you see addressing it and be specific. Say, don't be confrontational, though, because they not going to talk back to you, bro, because they have to be conscious of how they come across in the public. So they not gonna be like Tuck and see Tuck and I, we independent. Bro. We'll slap you right on Twitter.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll slap you right on Twitter. We don't care about that, bro. Now, you know what I'm saying? But see, they work for corporations, so they gonna be very PC. So don't approach them like, hey, y'all dummies need to just say, hey man, this guy named J Tuck, he raised some on no identity. It starts at the 30-minute mark. I want to get your opinion on it. Send it to them and tag them. They might not ever respond. Who cares? You just want them to look at it because you want to plant it, the knowledge in their head, which could create a conversation to where they might eventually come out with it. So I say tag the media people, the James Slaters, the Mike Fishers, the Shan and RJs, because they at the end of the day, they sports junkies. You know what I'm saying? And they like stories, especially drama. Like, so if you do your part with that and call in, I done called into the fan 4 times and got in each time.
If you think about it, boss, outside of your walls and my walls as community, the no identity offense really hasn't expanded besides within our 2 channels. You know what I'm saying? But it's clearly there, black and white. You know, so imagine if, like you said, if that really got out and they did a segment about that on 105 through the fans. Explain, like, all right, this is the reason why you'll see Tony Pollard have a hot game and all of a sudden he gets frozen out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this explains it clearly, thorough. Like, it's not just me typing up, some artwork. This is me research, articles, film, everything's already provided where it's clear as day. And I think once you have that, it answered, for me personally, a lot of questions that I had about this offense. Like, that was the video selfishly I made for me because I wanted to know what the hell was going on after that San Francisco loss. But it was good to share with the community, and then you kind of built off of it, and you took and ran with it. So now everyone's fully educated what's going on with the decision-making of our offense.
Yeah. And I actually started seeing it Tuck after the Arizona game last year. That was the first time that I really saw. I wasn't calling it no identity. The true name of it is the no identity offense. That's what you definitely discovered. But I started seeing it as a systems issue of systems versus matchups after Arizona, because the loss to San Fran drove your research. The loss to Arizona drove my research, because I did a video, and I said if we lose to Arizona, something is wrong, because I didn't expect for us to lose last year. And then when I saw Amari and CD had 4 targets, and then that's the game that Kellen Moore was talking about, and I said, wait. And then that's when I started seeing this dude is trying to run systems. This ain't no playmaker offense, So, but what's amazing, this is the amazing part. Tuck and I never talked. We was just doing content. He came up with the exact same answer as I did, and we never talked. We never talked. The research itself brought us together. You know what I'm saying? And then when you did the no ID and I checked it out, I was like, bro, we got to do a combo show on this, because I've been banging on this, and that's where it was. So the beautiful part is Tuck shows, and I think I show, the power of independence. And this is why, honestly, you got to support us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? To supporting us is supporting the Cowboys. Because I feel like we are pure voice. We not corrupted. We not in this for corporate dollars. We not playing for likes and quotas like Shady is. Dak his ass, that bullshit. Like that. Nah, bro.
It's all for the betterment of this team, man. Because think about this, boss. The other day I was asked a question. Guy asked me on Twitter. He was like, Tuck, why was Noah Brown featured so heavily versus, the Jaguars?
No idea.
I just sent him a link.
Yeah.
Right.
Just send him the link.
He was like, I never knew that, bro, but it makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So a lot of those stupid questions that we would have sitting back watching the game as fans, like, why are we going to him so much?
Right.
Because that's what the numbers show. You know?
Yep. That's what the numbers show. So I appreciate you, J Tuck, man. And J Tuck, one of the guys that's gonna really do that real research, man. He has a really good channel. He has a really good Twitter following. He's fantastic at everything he does. He's a man of excellence. He could dumb down everything he does, but it's not in him to dumb down nothing. I just know how Tuck rolls. Like, Tuck, it's just not in him. Like, Tuck could be way simpler than what he is, but he's a man of excellence, man. And I appreciate your work for the community, big dog. What's your final words?
Yeah, man, like I said, Cowboys Nation, we in it, man. So don't let these people talk you out of your fandom. Support our team, get behind them. There's a lot of football left, and we'll let the chips fall where they have, man. We'll let those chips fall where they have, man. My mama, she's driving the car right now. We already booked for Tampa, bro. So I'm already in the building. So the way, I'm a ride for this team. And Cowboys Nation, what do you have to lose, man? So I know a lot of people are just so afraid of getting crushed. But hey, man, enjoy the ride. We could be a situation where we only have 2 weeks of football left, man. So go hard for your team. All that back and forth bickering, what we ain't gonna do. We'll settle it when it happens, man. So ride behind your team, Cowboys Nation. I appreciate y'all. Boss Cowboy, you're my fan, bro. I appreciate you. Keep up the great work. Let's go get this championship.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. My YouTube channel is CFO Sports, man. Comment, like, subscribe. Appreciate all support there. And I have my official merch store, CFO Sports Talk. and y'all can catch me on 810 WHB Kansas City Radio with my guy Darren Smith every Sunday night.
We can hold on. We can catch you where, big dog? Hold on, real quick. You can't just say that quick, dog. Where can we catch you, homie?
Yeah, 810 WHB Radio here in Kansas City, man. So with my guy Kellen Smith on the ship, man. So we gonna do if you're in the draft content, we got a lot of draft content coming up because the NFL draft will be here in Kansas City. So we're starting to prep on that and get that clip loaded, man. So it don't stop, man. We do this for the community, man, because y'all want to keep us going.
Yeah, man. All right, big dog. That was the homie J Tug, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, yeah, man. Good dude too, bro. Like really, bro. I'm gonna tell you. See, Tuck is one of the. Like, I heard people say some people solid as old. That dude is truly solid, bro. Like, it's because, I know these boys behind the scenes. There ain't no faking with Tuck. Like, Tuck is truly for the community. And I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest ways that I know Tuck is for the community, Tuck is the reason why y'all getting our 22s from Boss. I'm going to say that again. Tuck is the reason y'all getting our 22s from Boss. Because I'm going to tell you how the game really is. I ain't going to tell you how people fake like it is. I'm going to tell you how it really is. How it really is that a lot of people in this content community, they trying to find competitive advantage to have, a leg up on their competitor. So they'll have ways that are sometimes simple ways to break down the film, right? They'll have a guy that can say, hey, man, I'll sell you or I give you the all 22, just give me $100 or something like that, right? Or they'll have access to the all 22 or know a way to get it. Tuck found out, because Tuck crazy. You talking about research king. Tuck go find out. If there's a way to find it, Tuck go get it. Tuck find out how to get them 22s and called me and said, boss, they trying to keep us out the game on those all 22s. I got you. I didn't ask for it. I just got the call. And he was like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And so when y'all watching those film breakdowns on the all 22s, NFL and college, it's Tuck. And he did that because he knows I research. So he like, I'm gonna help your game because it's gonna help the community. That's who Tuck is. Straight up. Now, it's guys, they'll say, I'm cool with boss. And I say, hey bro, how you getting them 22s? I can't tell you. No, not Tuck. And I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tuck has proven, not through talk, that through action. My dad, I always say, love is what love does. And Tuck showed me through many ways, not just that he's for the community. I love how he move in the community and all that. So, but anyway, man, we got the phones back. Everything passed the test. All production things passed the test. The sound has worked. The phones is working. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but the last time we was working on these phones, there was a lot of people saying, I can't hear you, boss. Boss, I can't hear you. You notice that's not happening anymore. So, some things are blessings. Some things are greatly blessings. Listen, y'all, I can't explain how disheartening it is to come to your streaming computer where you do all your streams, and it's a $2,000 computer, right? And it's blue. Nothing is working. You basically have to reset the computer, start everything over, reprogram everything. But at this point, it got us ready for a deep playoff run. So y'all stay up, man. It's BossCowboySports where your voice matter. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. And we got a lot more content coming, man. This is just the beginning. Let's get ready for a fun playoffs. This is what all this work was about. Every bit of this work. All the work, all the exposing of Kellen. We didn't do that for content. We did all of that for now. All right. So good question on how do you get the media to recognize Kellen?
Let's get to work, y'all. Let's get to work. It's not enough, honestly. It's not enough to just be like, hey, that was good. That was good, and get off. If you don't share the content, if you don't make see, let me just say one more thing before we get out of here. My boy D.A. Lee is one of the best examples of how to move as a community. See, D.A. Lee, he go start a channel. He said one day that he go start a channel. You could kind of tell the up and coming people. D.A. Lee is definitely gonna be one of the content people in the future. Amp is as well. Coach Marv is as well. It takes time to get into this game, but you can tell who go get into this game. But D.A. Lee is putting in the work. Like, I watch him up on Twitter. He'll pull the film breakdowns. He'll share it on Twitter. And he'll share everything. He shares this content. True Vibe shares this content a lot everywhere. She shares West Coast. She shares Landlord. She shares everybody. She doing her part. Because everybody can't speak. That's not everybody's thing. Everybody can't present. Everybody don't have that. But you can still do your part. You can still do something that moves the needle and that causes the ripple from the rock that hit the pool. So let's just continue to do it. Let's continue to believe. Let's continue to put in the work. I never want to be a complaining channel. I don't want to be a bitching channel. I want to be a channel to where we take action on the things that we say we want. That's what we're about, and that's what I want y'all to be about. But in the meantime, y'all stay up. It's Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Peace. Let's go.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Let's go. Ooh.
Boss Cowboy Sports.